page with a map drawn on a palm. Duelist grins, blade flashing fast. Sorcerer stirs a storm in a glass. Four hearts racing, one wild vow. Boots hit the road like a drum line now. Fields of ruin, rivers of flame. We laugh at danger, call it by name. Every cut teaches, every mile shows. Every hard fall makes the courage grow. Side by side we climb the unknown. Steel in our hands and fire in our bones. Forge your own path, forge your own path. We burn, we mend, we climb. Forge your own path, forge your own path. Our dreams will wake in time. We meet old rivals under gray stone. Trade sharp words, then fight to the bone. After the clash, we share the laugh. Two new scars and warm spark in hearts. Friends on the road bring bread and more. One warms the gloves, one opens the door. We spar in the dusk, dust in the air. Learning to fight, learning to care. Every bruise teaches, every breath knows how a weak edge turns to a shining glow. With every trial, the future shows. Wider than the valley, brighter than the sun. Forge your own path, forge your own path. We burn, we mend, we climb. Forge your own path, forge your own path. Our dreams will wake in time.
All right. Hey folks, how's it going? Happy Saturday. If you can hear the music and hear me clearly, please let me know. Just help me verify. And as always, I'm here today with our good friend Varsity. Hey Varsity.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you as always.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, and yeah, folks in the chat, let me know if you can hear Varsity clearly as well. All right, yeah, so as usual, Varsity is gonna co-host with me today on our live stream, and today we have a tournament stream. I've been saying that we got a stream tournament, and so today, yeah, we are finally gonna stream tournament because that's a part of the game that's quite fun. We are 4 minutes away from preliminaries to start. And actually, this tournament we're doing something special. Varsity, you want to talk about it?
So the first couple of times we did the tournament, we just tried to stack, a couple of really powerful players together, and then a free-to-play or two. And it was good, but for those of you that aren't aware, Giga is about 2 million power above everyone except for me. He's 1 million above me. And so what happened is that people weren't actually engaging as much because it seemed like a foregone conclusion as to which team would win. But Giga, we tried to do something different this time, didn't we?
That's right. So we try to split up the team a little bit because me and Varsity are like the top first and second player in terms of power on the server. So this time around, we try to split up the team. So I'm leading my own team, and Varsity is leading his team. And so basically, I guess I'm the current champion, and Varsity is the challenger team, right?
Absolutely true. You are definitely the champion. And so, I ended up trying to recruit some real power players on the server. So Swifty is the number 3 power as an archmage, also in our guild. Swifty's incredible. And DPS far beyond the character power.
Yep.
Fern used to be Corey, also on the team. Heavy hitter, again, another archmage, a lot of power. And then we really wanted the number 4 power player, who, by the way, is right now jumping into third based on the move to 101, Lance. But you recruited Lance onto your team. Do you want to talk about the rest of your team? And I'll talk at the end about Amasuki, who, Japanese for new beginnings, but also is our duelist that's giving us all the buffs and support to try and give us, some chance against your power team.
Yeah, yeah. Before I talk about Lance, actually, Fern. I'm not sure if you watched the anime Frieren, like Frieren the Slayer. So I believe his name is from Frieren the Slayer, because there's a purple hair girl mage in that anime whose name is Fern, like the exact same spelling. So and if we look at the character, I think their character looks like has a purple hair, right? So I have a 90%, yeah, sort of purple hair, but I have a 90% confidence that was from that anime. So
Oh, that's awesome. We do have a lot of anime-based names, not only on our server but in the game in general. I think clearly the graphic style invites and intrigues people who also are into manga or into anime or into JRPGs, because it's so stylized.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so yeah, Swifty is gonna be a powerhouse today. Very strong, like deadly AoE. Okay, so my team is gonna be myself and Lance. Also Varsity, you didn't mention, but me and Varsity also had a gentleman's agreement for kind of limiting what we're able to do in the tournament, just to make it more exciting. So in this tournament, I have committed to not equip any attack skills, and Varsity has committed to not using any summons. And so I'm mostly there just to support my team, and in case somebody hit me, I can do some reflect damage. But I'm mostly there. All of my skills are like buffing myself and buffing my team. So I buff my team's defense. I give them a big shield. I buff their damage, and I cleanse their debuff, etc. And preliminary, I think, is starting, so we can start watch some of the fights as we chat. The first few fights are going to be fairly straightforward, because usually the first few brackets are pretty easy. But yeah, so actually, Lance,
they need the tournament by power.
I think so. I think they arranged the bracket using power to some, and Lens are some of our officers. So yes, this tournament for my team, actually Lens is going to be the center of the spotlight. A lot of our setup is there to buff Lens, so I'm going to buff Lens defense, health by giving the shield, and then we have Ming Money put up the Gale Dance skill from Duelist, which buffs movement and speed, and Merlin is there to supplement the some damage. So yeah, this is mostly gonna be Len's show. So yeah, Len's gonna carry us for this time around. But yeah, as usual, my setup is myself plus kind of one of the high spenders, but then two free to play. So in this case, Me Money One and Merlin are free to play, or like mostly free to play. I know Merlin is free to play for sure. Yeah, and then just to help out people in our guild who are active to get that first place tournament score in the gameplay for the end of season score accounting. So that always helps. So we're rotating the two free to play in my team each week to try to get people up there in terms of the seasonal scoring. So yeah, so that's my team. It's centered around buffing lands, but we have no healer, so we cannot fight a long battle. Our hope is to kind of go in assault style, just boom boom boom, try to get the opponent down as quick as possible, right? And because we're not winning a long battle, so that's our strategy. So yeah, Varsity, back to you.
So you can already see there that I would it take like 0.3, 0.4 seconds for you to beat the other team. Um, so every single battle has a replay, a little video sign so that you can see it. It doesn't last forever, but it lasts during the tournament. And you'll also notice that once teams take a different amount of time, so the brackets you sometimes have to wait. And eventually we're going to be moving into the really exciting rounds. But the strategy that we're taking against Giga, assuming that we make it to the finals, is Giga and Lance have some very strong retribution style attacks. So Lance can destroy our armor and our defenses, and anytime we attack, and it includes Giga, it will cause almost 3 times the amount of damage back as a reflect.
That's
and
right.
So as a result, our team had to stop all of our multi-attacks. So we're only doing single attacks. And those the AoE to try to limit the amount of thorn damage that we're taking. The downside is that means that Lance basically has free reign without having the same level of nuke power thrown against him that our archmages would normally throw. So merely having Giga on the field limits our tactical options.
Wow.
On my part, I'm throwing in. I'm all heals with 1 attack spell, which I'm only using because it has a weaken, and that weaken removes 15% of the opponent's attack. So what I'm trying to do is counteract all the buffs on Lance and also make those thorns from Giga hurt just a little bit less.
Yeah. This is all sounding very exciting, and as you can see, we took it seriously, right? This is not just like a inside guild battle, friendly battle type of thing. We actually made our own teams and we took it very seriously. Me and Lance and my team, we actually talked extensively about how to optimize, how to buff Lance more, right? And things like that. Even how where we stand, how we stand in the grid. But it sounds like Varsity did the same thing on his side. He strategized and try to get his team the best chance to win. So honestly, I think both teams has a pretty good chance of coming on top today.
And it's the interesting thing is, so I think what your power is at. What's your power at?
My power is at about 4 million.
No, I mean for the team.
Oh, for the team, it's 8.5 million.
So technically, we have more character power, right? We're at 8.88 million. So interestingly, same power, but on your side you have some super strength and some buffing, and you have 2 real strong ones. And on ours, the power's kind of spread out a little more evenly. So we're gonna find out, kind of how power distribution matters in these types of battles.
Yeah, what would be interesting if because once we get to the championship, people are gonna start to bet, right? What would be interesting is for those people who are just blindly betting based on team power, they would actually bet more on your team, right?
Yeah. They would. Whereas I have told people on the server chat, please bet for Giga's and Lance's team. But, we'll see if maybe they think I'm trying to, trick them or not.
We'll see. But I honestly think it's this setup, both teams have a chance to win. Because eventually, if the rest of my teams are dead and, if 4 people are attacking me at the same time, I think I can be brought down with enough rounds. Especially with your healer powerhouse healing them to cover the thorn damage.
It's interesting. So I average right around 400,000 health and heals per turn, but I think that the thorn damage that's bouncing back is more than that. So it will be interesting to see how long our players can survive doing damage to you, all while Lance is chewing them up with his duelist attacks. And not to mention, you still have men who can sneak in and get some nice blows in as well. So, it's going to be a hard battle. Camille's not on your team this time, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, we shouldn't discount Ming Money and Merlin. So both Ming Money and Merlin, they actually hit pretty hard up from their spending tier. Like in terms of like free to play or like extremely low spenders, they're actually doing really well in their own group. So they can cause some damage too.
Battles, right? They kill people that are far above them in power in the guild battles without really even any effort.
Yes, they do. Yeah,
so in fact, we see a lot of that, like whether it's Asri or whether it's Mario. Pretty much most of our guild members that are in the free-to-play area are really optimized in a way that lets them punch above their weight. And I know some of the videos that you've done and some of the streams you're doing later are going to talk about some of the ways that you can continue to be more effective than your character power in the way that your combat is built, your combat
exactly,
your combat combinations.
Yeah. Because power is not everything. Like you can beat somebody with significantly more power than you if you set your skills and charms correctly.
Wow, people are lasting more than a turn on you. What? Turn 5?
No, this is we're watching other fights that involves people from the guild. So Poppy is from our guild, and Poppy won this one. And I saw Entropy, looks like Entropy won as well. Very good. It's good to see our guild members winning a few rounds.
It is. And Entropy does a lot of kind of help in questing as well for folks. He's a real collaborative team player, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's what we like to see from a knight. Look at Entropy going in, just tanking all the hits like a real knight, right? Very good. I mean, just like a lot of Sage who likes to go in and do DPS, we have a lot of knights that like to go in and deal damage. But for me personally, I enjoy seeing knights who just take one for the team and just tank it up.
I do too. In fact, I really like people that go into roles and do well with it far more than just seeing like just a horde of DPS burn things down. It's nice. It's seeing teammates kind of supporting each other and finding ways to win with combos. To me, it's just more elegant. I like it. It's certainly more interesting.
For sure. Yeah, we're waiting for the next round. Let's take a look at this one. This one looks like the two teams' power is about the same. I don't spot anyone from our guild, but so yeah, this one looks like it would be a good fight. Looks like decent power on both sides. Yeah, and by the way, because I'm focused on buffing Lance and giving him a big shield and whatnot, I'm actually not using any of the typical knight moves, which are like taunt or the string that pulls people in. So typically you would like pull people in and you will taunt, but I'm actually not using those. So in a way, because I'm not taunting, that helps with on your side. You have less chance of just hitting me, so it might help to mitigate some of the Thorn's damage.
I've heard that a powerful taunt can also steal heals and action points. So yeah, you not doing the taunt makes a huge difference. The summons that I can drop out. One, the Fury summon gives attack speed and gives attack power. And there's a healer, a waterling that gives a bunch of heals. But I believe that you've actually handicapped yourself far more than I have. I appreciate that. but it is both of us are coming in with builds that are non-traditional.
Yeah. Now, I will say though, not using taunt is not necessarily a handicap. It was actually a strategic decision because one, I wanted to just help Lance more with more buffs. So because you only have 4 slots, so if you use one of them for taunt, then something else gotta give. And then two, the reason why I'm not using taunt is because right now taunt as a skill has a 1-turn cooldown, but taunt as a debuff also only lasts 1 turn. So there can be funny situations where since most of our skills for most classes are like 1-turn cooldown as well, so you would taunt somebody and then if it's during their cooldown turn, then all of their skills are cooling down, so they're not really attacking you anyhow. And then after that turn, the taunt debuff wears off, and now the tank's taunt is cooling down, and then the enemies are now acting like nothing happened. So the taunt skill, like being there, basically does nothing in that case, right? So like depending on your speed and the enemy speed and how the turns are lining up, like taunt could just be a skill that just has absolutely zero value in a fight.
There are some interesting interactions when we get to season 2, or when we have adult pets, for example. Some abilities can accidentally go to one of the pets rather than actually going to your teammates. That includes some of the heals that go for the lowest health in the party, but I believe that also works in some of the debuffs as well, and some of the buffs you might give. So kind of planning out powers that look good on paper but tactically don't actually work with your mix is really important.
That's right. All right, so like this one looks like we fought against Entropy. Entropy is in our guild, and GG Entropy. Let's actually watch our previous fight as well. So we watched the first one. Let's watch the second one. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, this one was against Poppy. So we eliminated 2 teams which had people from our own guild.
Oh.
Yeah, Poppy and Sure Bones, I think, are both from our guild. Yeah.
Yeah, Bones really helps me out on occasion, particularly with the shared mining. So great guildie and a good chatter as well.
Yeah, GG. Wow, Lance does a lot of damage. Merling's pretty good with that finishing move.
Oh wow!
And then let's watch this one against. Let's watch this one again against Entropy. See how that started. Entropy is a good tank, as we know. So he charges in like a real tank. But he's taking heavy damage from Merling. Yeah, look at that. Merling actually hits up pretty well, even though he's free to play. And Merling's pretty fast too. Like he's the first one to move.
Yeah, Merlin's speed is remarkable.
Merling on the first turn actually did almost same amount of damage as Lance there. Very impressive.
Yeah. Go Merlin.
Yeah. Proto on their team is pretty strong. Lasted till the end. Okay, and then this is the last battle of the elimination round. See, look at that damage from Merlin. That's a lot. And I'm keeping everyone buffed. Oh, Len's going in. Ooh. Oh, big damage. I'm surprised he didn't kill Azadel. Yeah, Main Money's damage is decent, but Merlin is surprisingly doing a lot of... Look at that! Look at that damage, like half health from Merlin on Freya.
Yeah, the top 4.
Wow.
So
look at that
we're
damage.
going to be at least in the semifinals with you, if not the finals.
Yeah, I hope to
So-
see you in the finals.
We had one kind of tougher battle. There was one team that actually had a really nice mix of. I'll bet on us.
All right, it's time
I
to
really
bet.
think the healer and
I'm-
duelist.
I'm gonna bet everything on varsity. Varsity, your team's gonna win, right? Let's see how the bracket is looking.
Oh my gosh.
So, oh, it doesn't show the rest of the bracket yet. It just shows it one at a time. Yeah, so we have Varsity, Swifty, Fern, Akatsuke versus this team. Are they in the same guild? Arcana, no guild, Arcana. I see. So this is Solarium versus Arcana mostly.
Wow. Okay, it looks like not many people are betting on Diesel's team. But look at their comp, right? So they've got, it looks like they've got 2 duelists, they've got a sage and a sorcerer, an archmage. So actually, it's less diverse than ours because the only thing we're missing on our team is a tank. Because tanks are, tanks and healers both on this server and in this game are kind of, like the rare unicorns. If you can find one, you keep them forever. You tell everybody,
Yeah.
It's kind of rare to see them.
Yeah, even within our guild, I think we have more healer than tanks. It's I feel pretty lonely in our Discord night channel. Barely any tanks talk there.
Well, because I think we actually have 4 healers. We have more sages, but a lot of them are just the DPS dark sages with no interest in healing. But we have 4 that have said they're going to try to heal, and I think you've only got one other person that said they really love tanking. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that is we got to get some more tanks in here. Come on, where's the love for tanks? Maybe you'll inspire them because let's be honest, right? Having a really well-built tank in PvP is just about the best thing that you can do.
Yep. I'm just joking with Lance in the guild chat.
Well, I mean, there is that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he had him going for a second until Lance decided to really go into it. Poppy could carry. That is absolutely true.
That is absolutely true, yeah. I mean, duelists are pretty strong next season, for sure. Somebody in chat said Arcana was my last guild. Migadolo. I don't know what's your in-game name, Migadolo, but let me know in chat what's your in-game name. But yeah, Dashu in chat is Merlin. So Merlin is
Akasuke. So Megidolo is Akasuke on our team. And by the way,
okay.
if you're taking a look at, notice how we have color coordinated our outfits for the 4x4. I do think that we should just in the future try to make sure it's not just that you're getting your abilities down. I think we should get the look down too for our team.
That's true. Yeah.
So like your team, maybe we all go all red outfits, we really, really spin it up, or maybe we each choose a character from Gurren Lagann or something. I mean, there's got to be some options here.
Yeah. Especially, I think in the next season, the one of the tournaments, I think once a month or something. I don't know the exact cadence, but I think in the season 2 there is Nexus tournament. So Nexus 4v4 tournament, which means we have to represent our server actually. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to put together a good team for the Nexus tournament. And I think the winning team gets some cool like wings, get some cool cosmetics as well. So people should be excited.
I think that would be great. One of the things I am really proud about our server. Oh, we're about to go into fight.
All right, let's get in the fight. Let's see it. By the way, one thing that I think is really cool about these fights also is you get to type these message and it flies across. So I can say something like this. And yeah, see, it flies across. scrolling chat. I love it. And these persist after the fight too. Like anybody who goes in and watch it later, they will be able to see these texts. Wow, Varsity's team heavy hitter. Look at that, instantly demolishing their health bar. Only one player on their end still has like half of health. Crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of worried if Merlin's gonna be able to survive the first round of barrage.
Well, I will say that the design that we made for the team, I did about 47 different iteration tests, and then we changed up our skills so that we could be more complementary, and then changed them again and again, just like you did. And for me, that was one of the most enjoyable parts of the whole tournament, is just, having people working together and planning everything out and trying to predict. I still think that you're gonna win, but I love that we've given the best chance that we can at. Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, for sure. But look at the effective healing coming from Varsity. Crazy heals. I think the battle was ended with like everyone on Varsity team basically full health. That's crazy. And Swifty dealing huge damage and Fern dealing huge damage. Wow. Yeah, you put together a very nice team there.
Well, I mean, yeah, my teammates are just phenomenal. I couldn't be happier with them.
All right, so I guess I'm up next. I will be voting for myself.
The betting mechanic is awfully nice, right? Even if you lose all of your money, they give you another 100 coins, so you'll always have at least 100 coins to bet on the last match.
Yeah, but I think the strategy is if there's a match you're not so sure on, you shouldn't bet everything. You should only bet a portion, right? I mean, I guess you could go big or go home, but I think if you're not sure, it's a good strategy to reduce the risk.
That is so interesting. I do just the opposite. I'm like, I'm going to just throw it all in and see what happens. But I can see where, like, if you're more, if you're really trying to play the odds, yeah, there's a much better way to work it. I'm one of those people that, you play poker and I just shove all my chips to the middle of the table. And maybe I have to go home early, or maybe, things go really well. So,
True.
How about you, Giga? You're to, kind of parse out and play out the chips as the time goes on?
Yeah, but last week there was one surplus playoff match that I bet all my chips and I bet wrong, and then I ended up with nothing. so I'm gonna be a bit more risk reverse now.
All right, well, be risk averse. I think that's awesome. I'm still gonna be the gambler on this.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about is that. Look, both of us, our primary content goal isn't the 4x4. We love PvP, but ultimately we're going to try to push the very highest levels of the PvE and the guild and group raid content.
That's right.
So that means we have you as the supreme tank, sending a drill up into the sky and into the earth at the same time. And then you've got me as trying to make sure I keep everybody alive. Do you want to talk anything about kind of what your plans are for kind of, the future of Giga Drill?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing some testing pretty much, every day or every other day on the test dummies to just verify tactics and things like that. And so far, I think at least in this season, I know every season we get new skills, and I think we get new like tanking skills and soaring skills and things like that. But in this season, I'm actually thinking that for the really hard content, I have a setup for it ready to go. Like I have a setup where I'm very tanky, but I also am able to dish out like good amount of soaring damage, and I'll have my taunt in the dungeon run as well, and I'll have the star shattering slash to deal more damage to the boss, etc. So I have that setup going, and I think as long as we're able to survive, we should be able to, defeat Nightmare Dungeon with just mostly soaring damage. So I would really love to see like day one, like you and I go into the Nightmare difficulty, and let's just see if we can finish it with just you and I, and then we can help the rest of our guild. Of course, if other guild members like Lance, Swifty, if they have the power requirement on day one for Nightmare, of course, we can invite them and we can come work on it together. But I would be really just curious to see if a tank and a healer could just handle the Nightmare difficulty day one, and perhaps in the future the Purgatory difficulty day one.
Unless they time out, unless the battles time out for us, I think the kind of strategy we have is going to work. Because I mean, look, even on the Sage forums on the main server, people are like, you don't need that much heals. You don't need any of the sort of thing. Ooh, here comes your battle.
Yeah, let's watch the battle. Let's see.
But they don't know that I have you as the tank, so I absolutely need those heals because you're going to get hit.
Yes. Yeah, so we put some effort into arranging our starting position as well. You can see Merlin is more towards the back, so that definitely helps as well. And but we made sure everyone stands right next to each other because we're trying to buff each other. And if we're standing too far apart, the buff may not reach. So we are standing next to each other. And also a key thing is they're all one tile away from me. Which means if the opponent team is faster and they're charging with an AoE attack, they are going to hit me and they're going to take massive amounts of soaring damage. Or if their tank, tries to taunt and pull things in, that's going to pull me in as well as our more squishier teammates. So that was part of the plan.
Nova Nox too.
Oh, look at that. I gave a big shield to Ming Money 1. So Ming Money 1 is going to survive a bit longer. Because after activating Indomitable Will, duelists have a 90% damage reduction. So if I act in time to give them a giant shield, they should be able to survive at least until the Indomitable Will buff wears off. So look at that. Ming Money was saved there.
So good.
With the giant shield. And Lance is going in for the kill. And Lance handled the Death Void very well. It looks like I gave Ming Money another shield because the shield basically targets anyone who has the lowest HP. In this case, Merlin is healthily staying far away. Just far away, just trying to DPS. Look at that. And so he's not taking that much damage. And then Lance is, being Lance. And then Ming Money is the one who's taking the most beating. But thanks to my shield, he stayed alive till the very end.
Wow.
All right.
It's going to be a tough one here. They're almost equal power.
So this one is pretty tough. I'm gonna say it's Jakim's team, based on my last fight with them, because they have a healer who's very strong, Nova Nox. And Denvoy seems to be, dealing a decent amount of damage as well. Lo-Fi seems to be pretty tanky, and they have a balanced team because they have one of each class. They have a healer, a tank, a duelist, and a sorcerer and a sage, right? So I'm gonna put some of my money on Jakim's team.
Betting it all. I'm betting it all on Jakim's team.
All right, I'll do the same. I'll do the same then. I'll do the same. If I lose my money, Varsity, you're gonna have to treat me to a good 3% defense food or something.
You're absolutely right. That is a good background, but that's okay.
Yeah, next meal is on you if I lose this.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, that's yeah. So yeah, me and Varsity. I think tomorrow the new dungeon opens, right? So we're gonna go in. We're gonna try to do some nightmare difficulty.
And that's, season one, first time we get to try Nightmare difficulty. I'm so excited about the type of new content that we're getting and the challenges. I mean, even the guild boss now in Conquest is, requiring some healing. So it does seem like this game ratchets up the difficulty and forces you to be more careful in your builds and more clever in your strategies. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think aside from me, I think nobody from our guild is able to dish out 100% of their damage in the guild boss conquest if they don't have a healer. I think like even Swifty and Lance, they're pretty strong, but they could only do maybe half of the 50 turns, right? If they don't have any heals. So yeah. These these collaborative plays are becoming more and more important.
Yeah, and I've really just gone to as much AoE healing as possible for Conquest, and even then, keeping everybody topped off, it's a challenge. I really do think that, the more we can encourage guild members to, take roles that they enjoy, but hopefully some of them are tanking, and some of them are healing, the better off we're going to be long term.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think in the hard dungeon content, because the way bosses they do their moves, bosses typically have a lot of AoEs, and right now there's nothing in the game that allows a knight to completely mitigate an AoE attack. So even if the knight is standing in front and tanking and doing the taunt and everything, the boss will still damage the back row, and especially if the duelist is standing close to the knight and whatnot. So even if the knight doesn't need too much healing, like if we're going with a party of DPS, tank and healer, the DPS are definitely still gonna need a lot of healing, and I suppose that's where most of the healing would be designed to go to in a dungeon run.
Your defense is really strong in your reduction. So even though you're going to be face planting in front of the boss, I do think that the DPS, particularly the archmages, the sorcerers, the cloth wearers, are really going to take quite a bit to survive.
For sure. Yeah, we used to play World of Warcraft, and that's why I see why you're saying cloth wearer, right? That's from World of Warcraft, right? The leather wearers and the cloth wearers.
Absolutely it is. Yeah. Read the mages.
Yeah, the mages.
And so we're about to see this battle kick off, but afterwards I want to find out, kind of what your favorite thing to do was in WoW as well.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. But let's first watch this battle and see if we are going to be eating on the streets tonight.
Don't let me down. I'll be broke if you lose.
Yeah, Jackim's got the good damage. Look at that. Like 3 people down to 50% health. I think it's looking good. Lo-Fi is doing a good job as a tank, but he's also down to 50%. But he did his job, right? He soaked up the damage.
He did.
That void as duelist going in, so we gotta I think Nova, as long as Nova can kind of keep Lo-Fi up, there should be no problem.
Oh yeah, there's no way to out-heal that. That is a beautiful setup they have going.
Yeah, very balanced team.
Yeah. You saw where they just dispelled some of the debuffs as well. That was Trophy. Just great choice.
Hey, look at that. The team's pretty damaged by Ari. Like Ari does a lot of damage, but Nova is keeping the team healthy, and now Ari is being pulled in. No longer allowed to stand on the side and just no longer allowed to stand on the side and just deal damage. Got pulled in. Oh, now that right there, Ari got pulled in. Just got one turn by Jackiem. Wow, good victory. Hey, I made a lot of money there. All right, and here's the grand final. And sorry, Varsity, I'm gonna bet on myself.
Oh, I can't believe that. Oh my god. Betting on you. Alright, well. Darn it. This is so hard. Do I bet on myself? I'm betting on myself. You know what? Sorry, I can't bet against my team. I love you, team.
All right.
Even though I come home with nothing,
Varsity is doing it for the team. Let's give them to Varsity.
500 coins, all on us.
Yo, you actually have a good amount of supporters. Look at that. Like you have 1,200 supporters, which typically is not that usual in the final. The fact that you have a lot of supporters, I think that means what we did, right? This setup did its job at the server level.
It did. Yeah, I mean, look, we have almost 1,500 people now who believe that we have a chance.
Yeah, you do have 1,500, yeah. Yeah, 1,542 supporters who believes you.
That's right.
Well, your team definitely does have a higher overall power, so
yeah. They don't actually look at the kind of actual build and what's going on inside the teams. I could see us only just like,
look at that.
Just go with more power.
It keeps jumping up. You have 2,300 supporters now.
That's right. 10% of the bettors think that we're gonna win. I love it.
Yeah, and if they're right, they get 5x the multiplier, right? So,
I mean, that'd be 25. That's 25 euros worth of currency Dominion.
Yeah.
If they win.
Pretty much. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Ooh, it's still going up, Varsity. You got 2,600 now. Look at that.
Right. That's right. Come on, join the underdogs.
I think we achieved what we're trying to do for this tournament, Varsity.
Yes.
Yeah, because for the last 2 times, it was pretty much everyone on the red team and then like 10 or like 0 on the other side, right?
Yes. All right. What do you mean, man? Go and one-tap Varsity like you promised. Seriously?
Yeah, I don't think Ming Money can do that.
One tapping's going to be a little hard. I do have over 1 million health, so it's not going to be easy just to one tap me.
Yeah, Varsity, also the heals, man. The heals makes him very, very durable.
It does. It's technically impossible to one tap me because of the Aegis Wing, but you know, I think that pet for PvP, particularly when you're playing against a burst team like your team, is just invaluable.
Yeah, and Varsity is bringing the Shadow Vengeance as well, which again is can make sure he doesn't die very quickly. But he also has Resurrection, so any team member who dies is gonna get resurrected. So this is definitely not a long battle we want to take. We want to just kind of go in and do things quick, because any member on our side that goes down just goes down permanently, and any member on the Varsity side who goes down, technically they get a second chance. They revive. So if we're talking about the total team power, the actual team power is probably close to 10 million on Varsity side if we take into account resurrection and the essentially adding an extra team member in there once one dies.
The resurrection spell, for those of you who don't know, at my level, I actually do a little over 500,000 heals. So they come back not like at 10% health. They're going to come back almost full health. Ooh. And then they have 90% damage reduction for 2 more turns after they're resurrected. So, I mean, they do, not only do they come back, but they can soak up a lot of damage when they do come back.
That's crazy. That's a free Indomitable Will on top of Indomitable Will that they may already have.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, it's a when you get resurrection to immortal, which is where I've got it at, it's so beautiful.
It is. It is beautiful. Yeah. One day maybe I'll be resurrected and I'll need that resurrection skill from you.
Can you imagine if you had all your damage reduction and then you got the 90% damage reduction on top of that?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No matter who wins, we'll still remain friends.
Yes.
But bring it. Bring it.
Bring it. Good luck. Have fun.
All right, we killed the null, so I feel pretty good.
All right, so Merlin, not doing too much damage here because you're all very tanky because you're giving them like defense buffs. Merlin, no, Merlin is already down. Oh no, that's not looking good.
Min look like Min's pretty
Min
close
looking
too.
at, yeah, Min's pretty toast, but Min's activated the Indomitable Will, which means I'm gonna give him a big shield, so I think he's gonna survive a few.
Okay, so Merlin's out.
Merlin's out, yeah, and like I said, anybody who's out from our team is out for good. So, okay.
Lance is looking really healthy though.
Lance is looking healthy. Looks like everyone is hitting min money, which I guess is okay for that turn. Oh, Lance pulling everyone in and doing a lot of damage. Not bad. Decent damage on Fern.
Oh, Min's down.
Yeah, min money is down. Lance is doing okay, and I'm just rushing in to buff Lance. So this is the original plan. Basically, I buff Lance and then just have Lance, hit things. Okay, Swifty is positioning herself behind me, which I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Because that means Swifty is going to be hitting me most of the time. And so Swifty is going to be taking pretty heavy Sorn damage in that case.
Swifty's also outside my heal range, which is not a great idea.
Uh-oh.
As the healer always says, could you please just group up so I can heal you?
So me and Lance are actually pretty grouped up in the middle. We're standing back to back. Our back are against our back. You know, like warriors in the battlefield. We're standing, right next to each other. And Lance is going in. Yeah, and then on the other hand, Varsity's team has been separated into two sides, and so Varsity's heals are not reaching Swifty, and Swifty is so far away. She couldn't even act. She had to spend all of her action point on walking.
Come on, Fern. I gotta get you back up to full health here. Come on now. There we go.
Yeah, Swifty is still not receiving any heals, and Swifty continues to hit me, which means there's a lot of
What are you doing?
there's a lot of Sorn damage coming her way. And I'm just trying my best to keep Lance alive with that shield and the damage, the cleanse, the damage buff. But looks like
I feel pretty good about this.
but looks like your heal is going down from like a Fern. You're not able to get Fern back to full health, which means Lance attacks are still effective. But that's a pretty big heal there.
Yeah, that was a 500,000 heal, which is nice. But
you're catching up to Swifty. You're trying to rescue Swifty.
Trying.
Okay. Looks like Swifty unfortunately hit me too many times and got down with the Sorn. So now it's just me versus three of you. But you do have resurrection, so I suppose you could get Swifty up.
The only thing is, I wonder why it hasn't gone off yet. It's supposed to go off on the first person, but both Fern and Swifty, oh no.
Oh, now it's you versus me. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Oh, but you have one attack skill, Varsity. I see that one attack skill. You're gonna take the sword. Yeah. And as the match go on, all the damage keeps scaling up, so the Sorn's gonna get bigger and bigger.
So my healing gets worse after round 12. So I'm now healing for about a third of what I was before.
Yeah, every round damage. Yeah. GG! Wow, what a battle! What a battle! Look at that. I guess I dealt the most damage, but most of it is Sorn, and then Varsity did 2.3 million healing. Holy. That's some crazy heals, man. From our supreme healer, Varsity.
I get so 33 33 rounds. That is more than I did. Even my best test at 22 rounds was about the best I was able to get us to do. I have to say, your build is amazing. Your team did great. Congratulations, Giga.
Thank you.
We gave it a good try.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you definitely. I see the effort that you put into, building your team and having the right tactic. I think, yeah, it worked. It worked out pretty well. Like we see the early, swooping of Swifty and Fern to kind of take down Merlin and Min. But I think the AI was unfortunately not on your side today, because we see for the majority of the match, Swifty was kind of by herself on the right side, separated from the rest of the team, and end up dying to Storm by herself. So I guess that was a little bit unlucky on the AI side, but overall I think your setup worked pretty well.
Gosh.
But yeah, that was an amazing match, and it was actually pretty cinematic too, because for a few turns, me and Lance were basically back to back, right? Like our back against the other person's back, and we're just fighting off. We're fighting off your team, the hordes of lightning and fireball and all that. We're just fighting it off, and I'm keeping Lance alive for those turns. That was pretty cool. That was an amazing fight.
Oh my gosh. I tell you though, that was something else. At least we gave the server and everybody, a real battle for first and second. So awesome job.
Awesome job. Yeah, awesome job to you as well. That was really fun. I had a ton of fun there. That was amazing. This one should go into the history book for sure. Yeah, but maybe we can try something a similar setup next week as well. Next week maybe I bring Swifty. If you want, you can recruit Lance and a few others. But I'm probably gonna bring Swifty, and I'm gonna bring 2 free to play as well as usual. What do you think?
I think that's a great choice. If you bring Swifty in, if Lance is willing to come join Team Heels, even though we're still the challenger team, I think we'll have a really solid setup. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and my buffs, like my damage buff, is gonna make Swifty's attack even more deadly, but also my extra shield and defense should fix some of the squishy claws wearers problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was really fun. Oh yeah, so you wanted to talk about World of Warcraft for a bit?
Yeah, I mean, just because you had mentioned it, we both played it for a number of years, so I'm just kind of curious, what was your favorite part of that game, and how does that kind of direct your style of play now that you're playing Sword versus Staff?
Yeah, so I'm usually a tank player in any kind of MMOs. I played World of Warcraft, I played Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14, both great MMOs. I played some Guild Wars as well, and a bunch of other, I even played some Terra when that game came out. But in Terra, I play like a little bunny girl with a lance that pokes. So I'm like a tiny little tank, which is kind of funny. But yeah, in most MMOs, I enjoy tanking. So in World of Warcraft, I played mostly Paladin and also some Warrior for tanking. I just find it to be pretty fun because you can set the pace of the run. You protect your team. You help out your team. And also, it's usually very hard to find a healer in a tank, especially tank for a dungeon group. So me being a tank also means I get to save time queuing for dungeon or like looking for group for dungeon, because usually the DPS players are easier to find compared to tank and healer. So I have that advantage as well. And in a guild, usually I take like an officer position, and I take up some responsibility to help my guild out, and maybe plan out some raids and things like that. yeah, it was a really fun time. But that's generally my style when it comes to social gaming. And what about you?
So, well, so about the same. So, main tanked for guild. We kept getting some server first for a little while, but we never quite got to the world first. Then I got a little weird. I decided that shaman could tank, so because they had a shield, so I
There
made
you
this
go.
ridiculous lightning build. Um, and it worked. I did a bunch of videos and stuff on it back in the day, and then yeah.
But yeah, I feel I can just feel like our healer doesn't even need to say anything in voice chat. Like I can just feel the anxiety from our healer trying to save the party, right? So I as a tank, I definitely try to emphasize with our healer and try not to stress out our healer too much. So most of the time, I just let our healer help our DPS more because I know it's a hard job. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think in general, like anytime we do anything collaborative, whether in game or in live, it's very important to kind of emphasize with the difficulties that others are facing, and understand your role and others' role in a group, right? And kind of just help each other instead of pointing fingers. Oh, we wiped all because the tank wasn't tanking enough, or the healer wasn't healing enough, or the DPS wasn't dealing enough damage, right? If we wipe, we just figure out what went wrong, if we can, see if we can still beat it, and then we just try again, right? So that's how I approach these type of things.
It's also good for managing people on teams too, right? So some real life kind of valuable lessons and experience there as well.
Yeah. I think some of you may know, but I am a manager in real life, so some of these skills definitely transfer over and kind of enhance each other. Like the things we learn in game enhances real life, and the thing we learn in companies in real life can sometimes help us coordinate in game as well. So at the end of the day, it's all the similar set of skills. Yeah, cool. We can definitely talk more about World of Warcraft also in the future. We have, I'm sure we have tons of fun story to share about that game. Because I did also, I really enjoyed playing Classic. I'm not really a big fan of the kind of the later expansions, but I really enjoyed like Classic, Vanilla, and I played some Hardcore. So there's some horror stories for Hardcore gameplay. Have you ever played Hardcore, by the way?
Yeah.
You have?
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak? Yeah. So maybe one of these days we should have a stream where we like go back and play some Hardcore together and like start our journey from the start or something, if we have time.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty fun, right? Yeah, so we'll definitely, we'll plan some time to talk about that. But aside from that, I think today's tournament stream was pretty fun. It's hella fun for I'm sure a lot of us. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go grab lunch with my family, so I'm gonna end the stream here. But thank you everyone for coming and hanging out and chatting with us. And we will see you next week, if not sooner. Thank you again for coming, co-host with me, Varsity.
Always like it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, see you folks.